I'm gonna skip this party that's popping tonight, and I'm gonna spend the money on studio time so I get the best quality sound. Man, I'm gonna skip these fucking Jordans that's coming out, and I'm gonna just invest in myself and get some flyers and shit like that. Like all of that is humbling. Those are the humble parts that come with this. Once you on the top of success, you done went through all the humble stages. You know what I'm saying? And people will just see you at the end stage. They don't know all the work that you put in the sacrifice. Like I drove all the way here to this studio to change one word in the song, just one word, because I said uh, young nigga came in the game with a Benz. Shitting on niggas, shoulda gave him the pens. No extra friends. Young nigga came in the game with a Benz. Shitting on niggas, shoulda came with the pens. Gripping on niggas, I'ma spray them again. Booming shit, rooming shit. Married to the game, I'm a grooming shit. Carrying the cane, old fool and shit. And I'm still indie like a Hoosier bitch. Balling out in these Louboutins, I'm like fuck these sneakers. They only cost me an ounce of blow on my county low. Real nigga in speakers. Motherfuckers wanna act logo. Hit them up, no shots from the 4-4. Yo boy, chill your ass. Brooklyn, New York, Brooklyn. My whole life. Best feeling ever to me being from New York and just, you know, like my music reflect that. I'm like, my music is more so like like how some people will be influenced by music. I'm more so influenced by my environment. So like, that's why I wouldn't be trying to make a record that sound more like whatever's popular right now on the radio or in the club, in the video. I make shit more that got the feel in New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, my shit gonna sound like this cold ass day when you in a fucking Montclair trying to keep warm. You know what I mean? When you fucking whipping $140,000 car and you hit a pothole or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or like I always say, go to the corner store at 3 in the morning for a Dutch. You can't really get that feeling a lot of places out of town. Like, you might have to go to the gas station, or the stores close early, or you know what I'm saying? Like, we go to the corner store 4 in the morning, go through the fucking window at the bodega and sell you a Dutch backwood, whatever you want to do. One word on this shit. Motherfuckers wanna act logo, hit them up, no shots from the 4-4. See, I can't do promo, can't do no shows, fuck rap, coke by the boatload. Motherfuckers wanna act logo, hit them up, no shots from the 4-4. See, I can't do promo, can't do no shows, fuck rap, coke by the boatload. It's gonna be the shit no niggas shoulda came with the pens. Shoulda gave him the pens, bands, shit no niggas shoulda gave him the pens. Yeah. On Instagram. Pretty much niggas shit no niggas shoulda gave him the pens. I mean, I usually just freestyle and smoke weed in the hallway with a couple of friends and shit. What happened was, I had seen somebody get a record deal and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? That was fucking easy, you know what I mean? And I was running around the streets at the time hustling and shit. Somebody had got a record deal and they caught a big ass bag. I'm like, damn, that nigga got more than I got saved up, you know what I'm saying? And then, so I was like, damn, if I talk about shit I'm really living, you know what I mean, it might have people that'll relate to it, you know what I'm saying? So then I started fucking around a little bit. A friend of mine's brother, he had like a studio and he was trying to open a record label or something, and he would just have us come to the studio and shit. And then I was just going there to blow time, whatever, get out the hood, and the shit just end up that people was taking to it like, damn, it shit sound dope or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and I ain't have no way to judge if my shit was dope because I ain't know nothing about rapping, but it was people in there who had been rapping, and they was nice to me. But then I came and I just, you know, I was shining and shit. So that made me realize, like, oh, I could really do something with it. So I was probably like 17 around that time, fucking around. I had a dope whip. I had a Chevy Tahoe, and shit was on 22s and shit. So I ride through, and I come through every block, every neighborhood, selling my shit out the trunk. Yo, it's the new shit. Fuck with me, man. Chill your ass. Niggas selling them out the trunk. You know what I mean? Niggas be like, word. Like, yeah, just cop shit, $5 or whatever. Niggas usually a cop, or if they ain't got it, yo, just give me $1 for it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And niggas, yeah, no doubt, baby, I gotta support it for $1. And then they come back and fuck with it. Like, it was a sample. Like, it only cost me 50 cents to make, so 40 cents sometimes. So if I get $1 for it, I'm still making a profit, and more importantly, I'm getting people to hear the music. And I ain't gonna front, I was making some good bread because I'm selling music that I'm paying 50 cents for, and I'm making like $200 a day. You know what I mean? I'm making this on CDs, and I'm actually doing something towards my future. You know what I mean? Like, if if the if the hustling shit pop, nigga, all that's gonna happen is I'm gonna get money and then probably end up in jail if I don't got a plan to get out. At that age, it wasn't no plan. It was get money. But if the rap shit pop, that shit's gonna put me on another level and shit. So I started focusing more on doing the rap shit and taking a little 250 a day. I make off for that, but more importantly than that money I was making, I was gaining the fans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of is ironically that shit helped me out with the hustling shit because I ended up meeting the Omar Shabazz guy, and he plugged me with Butch Lewis, and then Butch Lewis had a deal with Def Jam Records, and he had and so he started managing me. So I'm with Butch. I'm at the BET Awards, do all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? God bless the dead. And then but I was always ambitious, so I probably had like a little 40 bands saved up at the time, and I spent like damn near 30, almost 40 bands on a video, and I had this video called "Rebel with My Heart," and like the budget was through the roof. Niggas shut down the Livonian trains, all type of shit. I didn't know at the time. Like, man, this I ain't know, yo, it wasn't like a digital camera where you could just do whatever. I'm just like, yo, fuck that. How much? Let's do it. Let's get it done. I'm all in. Like, when I gamble, I'll be all in. I'm going to win or lose. In New York, nigga, bust a move, make a play. Here, yeah, give me an extra $50. I'm going to give you 20 CDs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, give me 20, whatever the fuck it was. I was selling wholesale. I can't remember. But, like, you know, some of the homies that was bigger at doing anything hustling, they'd buy more. They'd be like, yo, nigga, here, it's $100, give me 50 CDs. And they'd pass that out to their workers or people in the neighborhood, and then that shit just started flooding out. So now I got the music going off a little mixtape, and then I got the out of town. That's why I'm so heavy, like in the Connecticut market or whatever, because that's where I was. And then I was really, when I'm making plays out there, seeing people, I'm doing the same thing I'm doing in New York with the hustlers out there. Like, hey, you come to grab 400 games, nigga, here, I'm gonna give you this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like, give you some CDs. Out there, I was giving it to them because I was already making 10 extra points higher. I never been a greedy nigga. So, like, in New York, if I'm making 3 points, 4 points, and I'm getting 10 points, I'm like, man, here, nigga, here go an extra 50 CDs. Do what you want to do with it, whatever. And then that shit had me, put me on a level to be able to talk about shit that nobody couldn't talk about because nobody wasn't getting it like that from the mud, from the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's where you get Dope Boy Troy. That's why I came out with Bricks in My Backpack. So that's when the music took a change. Like, whatever I'm going through in life, that's when you hear certain music. Like, I'm in traffic, nigga was doing my thing. Bricks in My Backpack, I'm doing my thing like that. And that's what had got a nigga like the freshman cover. I had Bricks in My Backpack 3, and then I had White Christmas, and the nigga was just flaming. The times when, like, it didn't happen traditionally for me like it would happen for somebody else. They get a mixtape, they get hot, a label signs them, they put their shit all over the radio, they got them traveling, touring. Like, my shit was a crawl. It was a slow crawl gradually. Like, even now, nigga just gradually crawling up, becoming more popular, more music plays, whatever. But the first time I started getting, like, paid to host parties and shit like that and go to clubs and music clubs, like, when I had my when I was doing my thing, just trapping and shit, basically, I was spending $4,000 to be on a fucking VIP line because Jeezy's coming to this club and the whole fucking city is out there and shit. You know what I mean? And now it go from how you stand on the line and still gotta pay $4,000 for a table, and I'm just like, damn. But I'm like, fuck it. We ain't know no better. That's what it was. Niggas getting money. That's what you do. You get money. You fuck with the bitches. Buy clothes, cars, and, you know what I'm saying? Go to the club. And you pop bottles, especially. So, I'm in that bitch. And now I go from being the person that is paying to get in the club for the VIP to the person that they waiting for, that they paying to get in the club. You know what I mean? So that's why I always show mad love when I'm at the clubs and shit. Because I remember being a nigga buying a table and shit like that.
I met Troy about 3 years ago, I think it is. Actually, I met him, the first time I met him, I recorded It's All About the Motherfucking Money. That's the first time I met him. It was at a studio called Vestry Studios in Tribeca, Manhattan. I used to work at the studio there. Shout out to Perfect Storm, who actually gave me the opportunity to be in the game and be an engineer out here, you know. And after meeting him, recording that track, he had like computer issues, so I ended up fixing his laptop because I do computer repair and stuff like that too. So from that, we just started a relation, you know, the friendship built from there.
I wouldn't say the need is like need is a strong word. I would want to sign to a major to see what it's like because I did my thing independently. You know what I'm saying? And like I feel like well most artists be signed to a major, whether they be signed to a major on the low and it's like a fake secret that the label wants to keep the secret, or they sign outright. But it would probably be dope to see like what it's like. But I don't feel a need. It'd be more like a want. You know what I mean? To try. It's like if you got you got food in your refrigerator, do you really need to go get some chicharron de pollo and some, you know what I mean, from the Dominican spot? You don't need to, but you want to, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's more like a want than a need. Really, I love doing it. It's a passion. I always like compare it to like somebody playing basketball. Mad people play basketball, they don't even get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the NBA, but I get a chance to play professionally. You know what I'm saying? So I don't take this shit for granted. And then the fact that nigga, I be talking real shit in my music, and I feel like it be a lack of real shit. So you can't just be like, damn, all this shit is whack, or some niggas ain't talking real shit. You got it. What you gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying? And not saying that it be some good music out and shit that I just vibe to, but I just feel like I gotta do my part and represent for not only for my city but for the streets worldwide, for niggas that's 100. You know what I mean? Because everybody ain't 100. Other cities and other regions, they got a constant flow of artists, so it's just like different when in New York we didn't get a constant flow of artists for whatever the reasons was, or constant flow of artists that made it and shit like that. So I feel like it's dope. They all represent what we represent, you know what I mean? And it's just like your team just getting another player. Just gotta keep on constantly just working. Like this is the position that I'm in. It's like this is a blessing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't take this shit for granted, and I don't take none of the fans that's riding with me for granted either. I don't never want to let them down. By not now, there's mad people that tell people, yo, I'm telling you, Troy Ave, you got fucking like as popular as I am, it's still I'm not that popular. You know what I'm saying? Like I might do a motherfucking. I might go to some cities, like I ain't gonna front. I was in certain places in Canada and people was bugging out, and I'm like, oh shit, I ain't even know they knew me here. But like you know, it's always more. It's always that strive for more, that want for more. Like that ain't stopped ever since I was fucking smoking weed in the hallway, freestyling, or you know what I mean. Just the same energy I applied to hustling and coming up, the same thing I apply in this music shit. You know what I mean? So going to one hit record to 2 to 3, like I need shit charting on Billboard, like constantly. I need to just, it's like I just want it, and I'm gonna work for it, I'm gonna earn it. Cause people like me, we don't get shit handed to us. Like I don't be believing in luck, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you gotta make your own luck. If God bless you with good health and talent and ability, it's a sin to waste it. So you just go super hard, and while I could breathe and while I'm here and I got this talent, I ain't gonna play with it. I'm gonna share that with the people, and I'm gonna spread love through this motherfucking music. Somebody asked me the other day about like something about being humble and shit, and I was like, man, as far as humbleness goes, you gotta watch who's telling you should be humble, because a lot of times somebody saying be humble is really low-key hate. You know what humbleness is? Humbleness is selling your music out the trunk in the fucking cold, you know what I mean? But grinding, like fuck it, I'm gonna park up in this gas station, I'm gonna sell my shit. Doing that shit for years, you know what I'm saying? When Michael Jordan hold up 6 rings, They don't tell them to be humble. Humble is working in the gym, shooting 1,000 jump shots. That's humble. You know what I'm saying? So you've been humble to get to that point. So a lot of times people would say, hey, you should be humble, but they really just hating. They trying to give you a ceiling. They don't want. Sometimes your confidence will make them insecure. You know what I mean? So just when people think shit is easy, and I just don't be jacking all that shit, man. I'm work hard, stay dedicated, pray up, and good things gonna happen. I ain't waiting for no handouts. I ain't asking nobody to put me on. I'm not begging. I'm not kissing no ass. I'm not on some sucking dick like, you know, a lot of these artists be doing and shit. Man, I'm gonna be self-made and self-paid, and that's gonna be it. Man, I'm gonna skip these fucking Jordans that's coming out, and I'm gonna just invest in myself and get some flyers and shit like that. Like, all of that is humbling. Those are the humble parts that come with this. Once you on the top of success, you done went through all the humble stages, you know what I'm saying? And people will just see you at the end stage. They don't know all the work that you put in the sacrifice. Like I like lyrics. I like when people's talking about shit, and not only when you talking about shit, I like when it makes sense. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, flows and all that shit you gotta incorporate, but your shit gotta make sense. So to say you came with Depends, which is an adult diaper, with flow more and have more lyrical significance, with came in the game with a Benz, should have came with Depends. Like, you bringing some shit, you should have bought that shit too. You know what I mean? So I drove all the way here just to change one word, and that's the humbling part. That's the shit that people don't forget. The fact that I'm driving in a fucking exotic foreign car to get here. The humbling part is I got up out my bed. I could have been laid up, 2 bitches. Yo, one go cook me some breakfast. You cut some strawberries. Lay in the crib and just relax. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have no patience. You know what I'm saying? And the way my life's set up, I don't have to have patience. So if I know I could depend on myself, I'm gonna get a record done on my own. I'm gonna do the hook. I'm gonna do the verse. I'll make the motherfucking beat. I'll shoot the video. Or like Jail told me, a lot of patience and shit, cause you stuck. You just can't do shit or whatever. But like, I get aggravated. So rather than be aggravated, like, you reach out to somebody, and I understand people got shit to do. So, but I ain't never been like a dick ride. I'm not beating your phone down 100 times. Yo, I need the verse. Yo, so the verse. Yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Or, so it's like, man, whatever. I get with that shit when I get with it. Like, when I get a manager, that'll be their job. They could do all the calling and shit like that. But other than that, I'm catering to my fans, and you know, my fans want to hear me first, and they want to hear me collab with other people second. So you gotta, in life, you gotta just take control of what you have control of instead of worry about everything else. So instead of waiting for people to get the song, and then when they finally get me the song back, now we gotta wait to do the video. I'm knocking shit out rapid. We're a one-stop shop over here at BSB Records. So eventually I'll work with some other artists and shit. Don't get me wrong. I want to, and I am going to work with other artists, but right now I'm just trying to get this shit out and do my own thing.
Well, first, he don't write nothing. So with him, you don't know what you will get. And that's what I kind of love working with him about, because, you know, when I come, I always expect to hit, you know, something new, something on the spur of the moment, you know, that creative flow that comes now, you know. So we'll play a record, and he will just be like, load it up. And he'll go in the booth, and he'll cut it. And that's how we've been working 90% of the records I've worked with him. It's been like that. No pre-record. You know, once he feels the beat, that's it. And it's done in minutes.
When you just be 100 and you just tell your story, you know what I'm saying, and you do it, and it's genuine. You don't gotta be the most savvy or talking. Like, I like lyrics and shit, but you ain't gotta be super lyrical. Like, you might just tell your story. Like I got this song, I think it's called No Delay. It's coming out. I said I'm sitting in the crib in the chair. Something ankle bracelet got me right here. Like, I'm just talking about real shit. Like, nigga, I'm sitting in my crib in the chair, and this is why I'm here. You know what I mean? So, like, somebody might be talking about going to the store for a beer. You know what I mean? Like, you start your song off like that and tell me about when you walked out the door, you might have made a play, bust the head real quick, you know what I'm saying? Went to start your car, the shit ain't start, niggas stole your rims, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever. Shoot out on the corner, anything. So just talking about real shit. Anybody talk about real shit and got a bounce in the flow and some charisma to them. That's the type of shit I like.
Oh nah, that's like my fucking brother, you know? When I first came home and shit, link with bro. Niggas been on that since, you know? Real nigga shit, that's a real nigga right there.
With Troy, you're gonna hear him on a lot of my beats. You know what I'm saying? I tend to not send him beats. I tend to like, when he comes, just play something on the spot to see if it catches him, because I rather, you know, a lot of people don't understand it, but I rather you hear the beat for the first time now and jump in, you know, and that's where I know for a fact that next year for sure, Quabla Productions, Troy Ave, hit records for real.
White Christmas 4. I was gonna merge them both, make it as bricks in my backpack for this White Christmas. Seeing as how I can't work and shit like that, they got me on government restrictions. So, you know, it's bricks in my backpack for this White Christmas. But I might just call it White Christmas 4. And then I'm gonna follow that up by Dope Boy Troy. And Dope Boy Troy gonna be that shit. I gave you Roland Collins when I came home from jail. Now I'm gonna give you that Dope Boy Troy shit. And you know, just expect a nigga to do what I do, just ride with me, and we gonna just take it to the next level like I've been doing since day one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every year I went to a new level. I want my fans to be like, I want all the people to be like, when they tell somebody about me, if it's 3 friends and one of them fuck with me and they tell the other 2 friends, yo, Troy Ave, I'm telling you, fuck with them. I want, when I put out that product and they finally do fuck with me, I want them to go back to that one friend and be like, yo, dog, I ain't gonna lie, you was right. Troy Ave, that nigga, he spit that shit. I don't want it. I want you to put on the white glove and check and see if there's any false shit or any whack shit going on. Like, nigga, cause niggas love to hate. That's the easiest thing to do. Now, yeah, some beats is whack, or yeah, but he ain't talking about shit, or yeah, I don't like his voice, so he's not lyrical. You know what I mean? But when you spend that extra time I'm gonna go over shit with a fine-tooth comb. And I always love for my fans, the people that they put on, I love for them to be like, yeah, I told you about the boy, I told you. You know what I mean? And that's really it.
Do promo, can't do no shows, fuck rap, coke by the boatload. Motherfuckers wanna act low, go, hit them up, moving shots from the fofo.